Hey everyone, talking about one of my favorite scents of all time, and I mean that both in terms of like I love the smell itself and just one of my most common reaches to wear anytime, basically, like a dumb reach, an expensive version of a dumb reach. That is Sur la Route by Louis Vuitton. That means on the road. The notes in this are kind of a mystery because I think the Louis Vuitton product page for it basically just mentions nutmeg and musk, which I was so surprised when I saw that. Like, what? That's not what I get out of it all. But if you look at places like Fragrantica, it says all these other things that smell more like it to me, like grass, leather, definitely some citrus, and yeah, some like nutmeg and spice and stuff in there too. But I don't know. Regardless, I will say for me, what I get is definitely like this almost like lemony tennis ball combined with fresh grass, combined with leather, and a little bit of warm spice too, I guess. Yeah. But everybody I know who smells this gets something different out of it. So some people smell and they're like, oh, that's super fresh and clean. Other people, my wife was like, that's so spicy. Some people say it's too leathery for them. So it's really interesting. And I'm curious if anybody else who's tried this who I haven't talked to about it yet, like, what do you get out of this? But yeah, for me, that lemon tennis ball, grass, and leather. And I love this. So I get good longevity and projection from it. I think some people have said mixed things on sites like Fragrantica, and this is one that I regularly wear on skin, not just clothes. So maybe part of it is that, but I've never had an issue with that, and it's one of the stronger ones in my collection. I think at this point these go for like $300 for a 100 milliliter. When I got it, it was like 280, and I have so much left of this, even though I've worn this so many times. So I guess I just spray a lot less than a lot of people because some people would look at that and think, oh, you wore that like only 5 times ever or something. No, like I've decanted this, I've sprayed it so many times. I don't know, is this like magic elixir that just keeps refilling? But yeah, somehow I just don't tend to need many sprays versus something like by the fireplace. Some people say it's too much to do even like 2 sprays of that, but my bottle's like way depleted for that one. But yeah, this I get a lot out of it. And I would say it leans masculine, but could smell unisex on the right person maybe. But yeah, to me it's just this like sexy clean leather jacket like dunked in citrus, and I don't know why I keep saying that kind of tennis ball smell, but like fresh grass sort of. And whatever the musk is in here, it's definitely not the kind that I don't like. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's not what I would traditionally consider like a super musky scent, either from an animalic musk side or from like clean laundry style white musk. But there are still places to get samples and decants of this. Louis Vuitton never has sales, and they only sell their bottles directly through them. So that sucks. Even on Black Friday, it doesn't matter. You're never going to find a better deal than whatever they're charging for it at any given time. So if you have the money and you've been wanting to buy one, I mean, first of all, I recommend sampling something first rather than doing a bottle blind buy. But if you're wanting to buy a bottle and you're just kind of like waiting, like, okay, whatever, if you can afford to, buy it sooner than later because they're not going to get cheaper. They just keep raising the price on these things. And some they do discontinue some and they kind of can disappear pretty quickly sometimes. So but yeah, I'll definitely, I think, maybe be, definitely maybe, be decanting this for my upcoming site if it hasn't been posted by the time this goes live. But yeah, one of my top 5 favorite scents of all time. Love the smell, love wearing it. I've gotten compliments on it. My wife doesn't complain when I wear it, so that's a big thing alone because so many of my favorites she doesn't think smell good. But this one, I don't think I've gotten an outright compliment, but she would definitely say like, she's really kind of sensitive to certain smells and would have said for sure if this grossed her out. So I'll take that as a win. And I think it would smell sexy. Maybe she doesn't outright think that, but I think a lot of people would think so. But yeah, absolutely love this. Highly recommend it if you like the idea of apparently anything from citrus to spicy to leathery, to fresh and clean, because everybody gets something different out of it. But yeah, I do recommend checking out a sample if that at all sounds like something you'd like. Absolutely love it. And I think it's a good combination too of like unique, and this is something I love about Louis Vuitton in general. Fragrance is very unique in a way that there's not usually like one thing that smells just like that that's already out, but yet very mass appealing too. Like I don't think most people would smell this and be like, oh, that's challenging or gross or anything like that. So by perfumer Jacques Cavalier, I love it, and I'll link in the description where you can check it out.